This is part 2 of my Module 3 presentation. Continuing on, how do you describe the role of the special education teacher and building principal? The paraprofessional stated that it should be a collaborative relationship, supportive, and that special education teachers should never have to beg for help or shout to be heard. Again, I think speaking from experience that they advocate very strongly for their students and sometimes are frustrated by not having enough support. The special education teacher stated that a collaborative relationship would be important, and it's a unique relationship, sometimes depending on the student and what they're discussing. And then she also talked about the tension between the supervisor she has through the co-op and the building principal as a supervisor as well. So sometimes they don't see eye to eye on support services and personnel assigned to the building and things like that, which creates some tension. The principal stated that the special education staff are an important part of the building team. Support and planning time are important to make sure that they're successful and making sure that they feel valued. Characteristics that they would seek in aspiring administrators include genuine kindness and strength. Those don't have to be exclusive, and both are very important. The special education teacher stated that being well-informed is important, being compassionate, having an inclusive attitude, and being trauma-informed. She talked a lot about coming to a student meeting with the idea that we're talking about a kiddo who is not just with us in the classroom. They are a part of a family. They are part of a class. There's more to them than just the needs that we're talking about on the IEP. So having a wider lens, I think, in looking at student needs. And then the principal said that showing that all students are important to the school and being a smart defender of student rights, serving all students would be very important. So in summary, my reflection, I feel like these educators have been very open and honest about some of the trials of the job or jobs that they do and some of the shortcomings of the system. I really appreciate that they were so candid because they gave me some insight to really know where they were coming from on the different issues that we discussed. In terms of evaluation, I felt like the common themes included communication being important, very clear communication between all parties involved, whether that's the parents, the regular education teachers, the special education staff, and multiple staff members within that umbrella, and then keeping your principal informed if there are any concerns. Relationships being key. Education always seems to start with a foundation of relationships, and if you can't build relationships with people, you may not be very successful teaching them. So relationships between staff members as well, and with our parents and community members. And then knowing your content, the laws, the regulations, staying informed and continuing to go to in-service meetings where you're going to get the latest information and keeping your staff up to date. As far as projections for my future, I have participated in many IEP meetings and worked with a lot of identified students in my current position. I feel like that has helped prepare me and given me a good background of knowledge. I do feel like I need to know more about laws concerning special education, so that's additional reading that I'll be doing and training as I have the opportunity. And then I feel like the people side of the job, um, the people management will be a strength for me because um, naturally in my current position, I work with people on a regular basis. I mediate and bring people around the table for the success of students. And we can come together and find commonalities when we're all working to serve our students the very best way that we can. And we're not always going to have the same ideas on how to do that, but I do feel like that part of the job will be a strength for me. And this expresses how I feel about when the plan does come together, when you can get everybody in the room on the same page and working for those kids and making sure that everyone's needs are met, whether special education or regular education. We can all work together for our students to be successful. Thank you.